All right, Dallas Cowboys went 11-5, won the NFC East division crown, beat the Detroit Lions in the first round of the playoffs, but lost in the second round of the playoffs last year to the Green Bay Packers. The positive side, the offensive line were a beast, seventh best offense overall. Tony Romo, second best rushing offense in the league, averaging 147.1 yards per game on the ground. Don't forget DeMarco Murray as well. And the defensive coordinator, Rod Marinelli. The negative side, 26 in pass defense. They allowed 251.9 yards per game through the air, and losing to Green Bay Packers on a quote-unquote controversial call with Dez Bryant catch. I'm going to say it one time and one time only. It wasn't a catch. He didn't have fully control of the football. There, got it off of my chest. Whew. No more talking about that. Philadelphia Eagles went 10-6 and finished second in the NFC East. They really surprised me that they have a winning record and didn't get into the playoffs. And tons of football fans and non-football fans were complaining like crazy about that. The positive side, special teams, they had 7 return touchdowns off punt returns, kickoff returns, you name it. High octane offense. Chip Kelly as the head coach. The negative side, they had a different offensive line. They had 10 different starters. The defensive backs were just god awful. Riley Cooper was voted, I think it was Pro Football Focus website, saying that he was the worst wide receiver in the National Football League in 2014 season. But they gave him all that money. Yikes. And they collapsed second half of the last year. Yeah. New York Giants 6-10, finished third in the NFC East division. The plus side, Eli Manning, Odell Beckham Jr., special teams, and Tom Coughlin. They're trying to get rid of this dude. Why? It's beyond me. The injuries played a role in certain key players, not only on offense, but the defense as well. The offense were below average, but their defense was just downright horrible. So, good thing I didn't bring up that little firework incident by the Jason Pierre-Paul. Oops, my bad. Washington Redskins finished 4-12, dead last in the NFC East last year. Positive side, 13th ranked offense overall, 11th in passing offense, averaged 252.9 yards per game through the air. Nice pieces on offense and defense as well. The problem is, now the issue, the negative side, there's a constant problems going on with between RG3, Robert Griffin III, and the head coach Jay Gruden. It's like they're butting heads. Let's not forget that they're a dysfunctional franchise. They're so dysfunctional, they give the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders run for the money. That's how bad they are. So, yeah. Now, for the NFC East 2015 season predictions, I have the Eagles go 11-5, Cowboys 9-7, Giants 8-8, Redskins 5-11. And last but not least, the NFC South. Wow! Good God, that division was just downright horrible. Historically crappy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers finished dead last in that division, went 2-14. Positive side, some pieces on both sides of the football and drafting Jameis Winston, a.k.a. Crab Legs. Negative side, losing close games. A lot. 25th in passing offense. That's why they went out and got Jameis Winston. We'll see what he can do. Quarterback issues. 29th in rushing offense. Only averaged 85.9 yards per game on the ground. Third worst offense overall. 30th in the NFL. Atlanta Falcons finished 6-10, third in the NFC South Division. Plus side, Matt Ryan, wide receivers, tight ends. Oh, they're a beast. Good secondary, too. See, I did a little homework on that. And the 8th best offense overall. The negative side, they had the worst defense in the National Football League. That's incredible. God, they were terrible. Horrible. Garbage. Mike Smith as the head coach, even though he has a winning record with that franchise, he just made some really boneheaded mistakes, clock management issues that cost the Atlanta Falcons some games, and which led to his firing. Worst pass defense, gave up 200. No, they allowed 279.9 yards per game through the air. 24th in rushing offense. They really terrible in the running game, only averaging 93.6 yards per game on the ground, and has some offensive line issues to the point of can't protect Matt Ryan. He's going to get beat up. We'll see what happens in year 2015. Season rolls along next month. New Orleans Saints, 7-9, second in the NFC South Division. Drew Brees, best offense, averaging 411.4 yards per game overall. Sean Payton is the head coach. Hey, they won road games. A lot more. That's impressive. And 13th ranked rushing offense. Average 113.6 yards per game on the ground. That's awesome. Here's the negative side. They couldn't win home games. It was just incredible that the New Orleans Saints won games at home all the time and lose games on the road. But last season, they won a lot of games on the road, but they couldn't. They won games at home, but it felt like they were just losing home games left and right. You saw one game where they struggled to beat the Minnesota Vikings. They had the second worst defense and 25th in pass defense. They gave up, they allowed 251.2 yards per game through the air. Last but not least, the Carolina Panthers. Yay. 7-8-1. That don't even sound right. 7-8-1. NFC South champions. Back to back. And I'm gritting my teeth at the same time. And lost in the second round of the NFC playoffs to the Seattle Seahawks. Boy. The plus side, 10 ranked defense. 11th in pass defense. They only allowed 227.8 yards per game through the air. They were 4-2 against the NFC South. Counts for something. Roster changes in the middle of the season. They went with players with less experience. They were more hungry. They made plays. They made it happen. They let their hair down. They just did their thing. 7th in rushing offense, which is nothing new. The negative side, injuries absolutely just killed the Carolina Panthers. I mean, my goodness, it was one injury after another. D'Angelo Williams, Cam Newton. I mean, just after those two, then you just go down the list. Offensive line issues. Oh my God, they couldn't protect Cam Newton to save their lives. Hell, they couldn't protect a wounded tiger cub. That's how bad they were. Oh my goodness. And another thing, thank goodness they got rid of Byron Bell. If I had to sit there and watch this dude just be giving up sacks, get punked, and let some pass rusher slower than him rough him up, get to the side, and just push him to the side and get to Cam Newton, sack him, do a little dance, I'm going to lose my mind. I'll shave my head. Cam Newton. He holds on the ball for eons. If he ain't doing that, he's making bad decisions with the football. Accuracy, hot and cold accuracy. It's been there since college. It's not going to change anytime soon. So I have a feeling that the coaches probably want him to run less and throw the ball from the pocket more. So we'll see. But the special teams, oh my goodness, they were just as bad as the offensive line. Really, I think they did fire their special teams coach. I could be wrong. And wide receiver issues. I mean, they were good, but when Kelvin Benjamin, he can make spectacular catches. one play, next couple plays here and there. Next thing you know, he just blatantly, just drop routine catches. You'd be like, really, dude? Really? Brent Bernstein, whatever his name is, the blondie, number 11, don't get me started on him. I know he was the rookie last year, but my goodness, the ball hitting his hands, butterfingers. God, terrible. So, what do I think in 2015 NFC South Division? Here we go. Carolina Panthers 11-5, Atlanta Falcons 10-6, Saints 8-8, Buccaneers 7-9. Be on the lookout for Various Thoughts Volume 101 for my Super Bowl picks. Talk to you guys later. Mile high salute.